Hi, I'm going to show you how to combine the sentences you did for last week in using prepositional phrases and infinitive phrases. I have typed here a few of the combinations that you had to work on for this week. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I do want to give you a sense of what it is that you're trying to do with the infinitive phrases and prepositional phrases. Mostly I'm going to concentrate on the prepositional phrases. So we've got the World's Fair in 1893 may have been the greatest World Fair in history. The Chicago World's Fair cost more than $27 million to construct. The Chicago World's Fair attracted over 27 million visitors. So now we have to combine this, and notice the beginning of these sentences are all the same. So we don't need these as three separate sentences. Now let's go through and see. Look, there are already prepositional phrases. And I hope that list of phrases, of prepositions I gave you helped. So what we want to do is see how it is that we can get all this together. Now, very simply, we just want to get rid of these, okay, for now. And what I would do, I wouldn't even mess with prepositional phrases. I would change these to participle phrases. Make it attracting. You wouldn't need that there. There you go. So what I have done is I have just made this into participle phrases. Remember those? Now, what else could we do to make it with this year's, in this year, or how can we make it using this? Sorry, I'm having trouble this morning. To use either participles or infinitives. And still, I really think I could use relative clauses that cost but I just don't see where. I think it'd be really awkward to do infinitive phrases because it's not giving you anything that is that you can really put into a phrase. Okay. Let's go to this one. Let's skip this one because I was so out of it on the others. Now we have to read this one carefully because we have instructions here. It says combine these two sentences by reducing the first sentence to a prepositional phrase that begins with in addition to. So it's telling you in addition to educational activities. We don't need all of that. We need a comma instead of a period since it's beginning a sentence. Fair growers, we don't need that capitalized now. Fairgoers could have fun riding a balloon to a height of 1,500 feet or attending Hagenbeck's Menagerie, an animal show and circus. So we've just got two things together. Notice they used an appositive here. I know you guys are still having trouble with that. This appositive gives you more information about the menagerie. Okay, so here we have shortened that first sentence to a prepositional phrase using in addition to, and then we have the rest of the sentence. Now look at this group. I keep wanting to use the wrong thing. Okay, read this one, and it says combine the last three sentences by using a prepositional phrase that begins with such as. Okay, so the last three sentences are going to be combined. And what are these describing? These things, the elevated electric railway, the kinetograph. We don't have those anymore. And something we can turn into a positive. Okay, so we're supposed to use such as, and since these three things are technological and commercial innovations, we're going to do such as the directions say, and that is a prepositional phrase. And we're adding two things together, no comma. And then we're going to put in here, with a comma, and a positive, so what we have is we use the such as to combine the three sentences, but only two of them were innovations. And this gives us more information about the innovation, so we turn it into a positive. Okay? Okay. Hungry visitors could get their fill of many brand new food products. Notice here, many brand new food products is the same as this. So we know right away we want to combine these. Okay? And then we've got some examples of this. So what can we do? A lot of things we could do. We want to combine these two. Remember the such as we just did? Can't use the space bar. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we got these done. We used a such as a prepositional phrase to talk about the many new products. Now, because that was describing them, now we have to add this one to this one. So I would use another prepositional phrase for hungry visitors to get their fill of many new food products. Again, it's being mentioned. Oops, I just created a, do you know what I created? I created a sentence fragment, because look what I did. I changed that first sentence in for hungry visitors to get their fill of many brand new products introduced at the fair. Keep going and going. I have nothing there, no verb, no subject and verb there at all. So I got to make something a verb. Many new products were introduced at the fair. So for them to get their fill, many brand new food products, were introduced at the fair, such as. So again, prepositional phrase, prepositional phrase. Okay? Now let's go back over these. Notice that I highlighted in this one things that were already prepositional phrases, and then we added this one. Notice in this one we were told to put in addition to, but to the height of, is a prepositional phrase too. We use them all the time. What we want to use them for is to combine sentences when necessary, or to string three sentences in a row, or three, not sentences, prepositional phrases in a row. Go back and look at how you combine these sentences and see if you can figure out another way to do it, a better way to do it than I've done. Or if you didn't use prepositional phrases, how you could do it. Okay? All right. I'd watch this 2 or 3 times, and I would also compare it to your writing.